you can use 2 different balers for the work. I don't know, it may be this map, but there seems to be an error with baling contracts. If we look at these, this one says TED it, it's given you a tedder. Same again, same again. No. That one has a windrower. Take a tedder and bale it. There's the baler, there's a wrapper. This is actually a silage contract, but it says TED it and bale it. So there's a bit of a problem with baling contracts on this map, where sometimes it tells you it's a hay contract and it's not. So my advice is, if you're playing on Maypole Farm, you should always check the equipment you're being given, because the equipment is applicable to the contract you're doing. The text doesn't appear to be always. As I said, I thought I'd picked 3 hay contracts or 4 hay contracts. It turns out I actually picked 3 hay contracts and a silage contract. But then again, it turned out that one of the hay contracts was actually a silage contract. Because and that's also a problem, because it said it was a hay contract, I had to, you just don't take anything where you're not given a tedder when it says this is a hay contract, because I had to TED it, and I probably wouldn't have been able to wrap it. But the problem was, I hadn't realised at that point that it wasn't an actual hay contract. It was an actual silage contract, and I only ended up with three silage bales left over from the actual silage contract. So I had to sell some of mine. But grass silage is fine for silage contracts. But yeah, that was kind of weird and a problem. I'm gonna guess, sugar beet harvester's full. Okay, I want to go backwards to there, turn the boy off, and that can turn off the worker, turn off the engine. But yeah, and I mean, obviously, if you've got some spare silage bales at your farm, then by all means do the hay contracts that's given you silage wrappers. However, if you don't have silage, just be aware you probably can't complete that contract, because it only lets you TED the grass. And again, this could be interference between precision farming, the map, Maize Plus, just all the things, and it just messes up. Frequently I get exactly the right equipment for what it's telling me to produce. But the other contract that's out there that I mentioned earlier was a harvesting contract for sunflowers. Well, that equipment all seems to work. There's a harvesting contract for potatoes. That equipment doesn't work. It's not listing anything. Weeding equipment, it's fine. Cultivating, cultivating doesn't give me a cultivator. That one has. So it looks like there's something missing here. I've not got something that I should have. I might need to jump across to the backwards. Did it wrong. Jump across to this guy so we can pull him out of the way. Okay. And I'll leave the Massey Ferguson in that field for now, because like I said, we might need it for more bales in the contract field. That's gone too far. And onward. Okay, the other thing I want to do is I'm going to take this out and wrap one of the square bales. Yeah, this field definitely needs tidied up as well. There's one reason I want to do this. If I remember, because I will probably completely forget in the 5 seconds it takes for it to unload. Drive forwards. Okay, you're good. What is this? This is a grass silage bale, 6,000 litres. Okay. This is conditioned grass. 6,000 litres. Okay, so grass silage is produced from the grass for the silage contracts. That grass bale, or that silage bale, is now completely useless for the animal feeder. And I seem to have misplaced my tractor, this one. And also misplaced, I didn't pay attention to the unload percentage. So I have no idea how we're doing with the deliveries. We're about 150, so we're a third of the way through the contract. Yeah, because we've harvested about 26-28% of the field. Somebody's got their engine on with grass conditioner in the back of a baler. Okay. And the Deutz is on because I'm driving it. Okay. And that's one of the reasons why I like the various vehicle inspector mods since all the way back since Farm Sim 17. Because especially in situations where I'm doing so many things in so many different fields, I can manage what's going on while, but still be fairly quick, apart from in situations where you're driving 5 miles down to the sell point and back. I'm able to, yeah, you're reasonably able to keep up with what's going on, whereas without a vehicle inspector, it's just, I don't know what everybody else is doing. I don't know if my harvester's going to need to be emptied in the next 2 minutes, or what's going on, or, you know, the cultivator's got wrapped around a tree and the tractor stopped doing its thing. And you can sit for 2 hours where you think a tractor is cultivating a field, only to find out, well, it did the first 10%, then it got wrapped around a tree and hasn't done anything since then, and you miss the message to say, you know, vehicle blocked by an extraction or whatever it says. Anyway. John Deere's doing okay to keep up with us. So yeah, we've got our adequately large tractor to run some decent mowing equipment. And it's actually big enough that I think it can run the Vicon convertible mowers rather than be stuck with the orange stuff. Plus 3 tractors. I don't think we're going to need another tractor for a while. I think I am going to eventually want a tractor or two that has high 400s, low 500s horsepower, just for big dirt moving equipment like plows and planters. But for right now, I think we have most of the equipment we need. Okay. Okay, which way is it? Backwards. Turn you off as a worker. Start your engines. Pull you out of the way for a moment. No. Forwards. So that thing's full. And that's 2/3 of the harvested emptied. So that's a good thing. I will backwards to the harvester, put a worker on. Kind of thinking that's probably enough of a headland. Ooh, he says, trying to get it around just about. Yeah, I shouldn't really be driving over this. Should probably put the... It's the thing, I think this would turn in there with the header on. Be fine. Anyway, that's good. Worker, go. Okay, and with the worker doing its workering thing, that's on, go. We will grab the rest of the grass on this field. Well, at least the main rows into the square baler. As I said, we can grab round bales with our baler. Then keep the bales off to one side. And I'll probably do that off camera. So I think the aim of the game right now is to collect and deliver all of the these green square things. Oh, I did make the suggestion I was going to wrap these as I went. Well, I didn't. Never mind. Oh. Well, my computer is telling me that apparently it's raining outside. Very well could be. Fortunately, in-game, no rain scheduled for the day. at least not for the immediate future, which is a good thing. October we did have rain in the afternoons, which made picking a day to do the contracts a bit tight. Although predominantly these grass contracts don't actually take that long. They only start taking a long time when you're when you've got fields this size. Most of the fields, the payout's about 15,000, at most average 10,000 or under. So you can really, you know, turn up in the field, 10 minutes mowing it with the big M. I usually take one big contract, so I've got one big mower. Whether it's a big M or whether it's a big tractor with front and rear mowers, I'll do that, and then but you can run around 4 or 5 fields in half an hour, 45 minutes, get them all cut, then come out with the ted the ones that need it, come out with the baler everything, and then go back with the wrap the fields that need it. And and the thing is that I don't care. I take all of the contract equipment that will fit in the store parking lot. So when you're doing baling contracts, you can run out of spawn points. Maybe only get equipment for 3 of them. But if you borrow the right sets of equipment, typically if they don't give me a bale trailer like they gave us for this contract, I will use my round baler, or I will use the provided round baler to create all the bales, because I don't like using those little Schmetterling bale things that fit to your front and rear 3-point. Especially not trying to ship 4 bales at a time to a sell point when the field's this far out. And if they don't give me a bale collector, then I have the Anderson round bale collector, which will transport 24 bales. So it's not such a big deal to just create round bales and then ship them with my stuff. We will do that. So yeah, bale loaders. Frequently you'll get 2 of those. 4 bales at a time, just not a good thing. And for some reason cruise control didn't engage. So we got here 1, 2, 3, 4 more rows. And we're going to end up at this end of the field. And then, unfortunately, I will have to wrap these up myself as well. Oh, look. The harvester's full again. And forwards. And we do get a fairly good payout in crops on these as well. So it's not all bad news. 20,000, almost 21,000 on this contract. Plus it reckons about 4,000, 4,500 more for bonus sales. We've delivered 117,000. So we're 25% through, we're 37% harvested. That's... I don't know. I guess I should get out of the way. Okay, I'm going to let the harvester do its thing until it's full again. Turn that one off. Baler is backwards from here. Nice. But since I now know I can do... So long as I do one field at a time with one tractor at a time on course play, we can pretty much do both of these fields with our own equipment under course play. Don't need GPS. Missing a lot of grass on the right hand side of this row. Now I'm missing grass on the left. Like I said, this baler looks really nice, clean and shiny in the shop parking lot, but frankly, I don't know. I'm not particularly satisfied with the bale pickup on it. So what immediate plans do we have for the farm? What are we doing? We are at 10 to midday. I think immediate plans for that. I need to look for a field that I can afford to buy. I don't know about 50. 50 is covered in weeds, but also it's more easily accessed from the arable farm up the road to the east of us than it is from our farm. Oh, that's why it stopped last time. Yeah, when you look at the map, this field here is easier to access because it's straight across the road from our farm. That field there, which is covered in that field there, which is covered in weeds, is accessed from a road down there, and so not exactly ideal for our farm access. Although it's a good big size field, good big field, good sized field. Words. But that field has not been worked yet. It's covered in weeds. I don't think it's been seeded. 54 is blue. It's cultivated. This one here is cultivated, a lot smaller. And this one here is growing, but it is growing wheat, which would be good as a whole crop. So I don't know. We do have a lot of money, but again, I don't know. I mean, we were up to about 180,000 after all of the grass contracts in October, but that John Deere 8R was up for sale, and like I said, I do need a tractor in the mid 300 horsepower range to run a good mower setup, and so that's what we've now got. I can't afford the mower set at the moment, but I've got the horsepower. Yeah, I can't remember what the size of this contract is. That is a 5.82 hectare field. Don't know what that is in acres, but I do have a big potato contract on this one, but as I showed you, there's no equipment to borrow, so I would have to lease equipment to do a potato contract, and we all know that doesn't pay for itself. So, not going to be doing that. Okay, I think I can now leave all this equipment in the field and it will be fine. So let's chuck those out the back. You want to fall out or not? Let's raise the pickup, close the baler, force it to pop out and land on top of the baler. Good job! Man, could you not have done that any better? Oh. And I just picked up the baler rather than the bale. So, yay. There now. Okay, we are done with that. Did I turn it off? I did not turn it off. Get it straightened up again. And the brakes stop working when you do that. Actually, you know what? I'm looking at this and I'm looking at some of the leftovers. We can probably make another bale from what's left over on this field. So 72%. Normally I don't have this much left in the baler at the end of a contract. How are we doing? That's 73%. Yeah, I think. But this baler has had so much problem picking up the full width of a row. It might just be possible that all of the little bits and pieces lying around on the field are actually sufficient to make us another bale. I'll probably get to the end and it'll be like, ah, no, not quite. Probably end up at 93% and run out of grass. Okay, so still only 75. I don't know. Because I know for a fact I can't pull any of the grass off the other field with this baler because it's a contract. I can bale multiple fields with this baler so long as they're all contract fields. I can't use it on my own fields. So see how we do running down here, because this is probably the worst of all of the rows that I did. Do you have everything set up right? Yes. Come on. Flick away. It's